All right, I'll try to make this reasonably easy to figure out what's going on. So I currently don't have any rear lights on the truck. I just got side, got ditch lights. I've got fog replacements, and then I got a bar in there. And it's a 5-button fob. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. It goes to sleep to save power. So when nothing's going on, you should be able to hear the relay kick on. Yeah. Maybe not. So if you want to turn all the lights on, press this button, turns them all on, all off. And then if you want just the fronts, you can cycle through. So top button, all the lights, press it again, and you'll cycle just the bar, just the fog, just the ditch, and then everything's dimmable too. So using the off button, if you wait for 2 seconds and then hit the off button, it'll turn it all off. If you press on and then the off button, you can dim. So, and you can do the same with the rear and the side. So there's just left, there's just right, and then we can dim. And then whenever the truck is off, there's a timer running so you don't run down the battery. So if you press button 5, center button, it'll flash for every 5 minutes that you want it to stay on. So there's 5, 10, 15, and it'll hold on until whatever time you set, and then it'll shut off if the truck's not running. If the truck's running, it'll stay on. You can also change the volume of the beep if you want beeps. There's loud, off, so when you press it, it doesn't do anything. And then there's quiet. If you want to turn hazards on, hold the center button until you get 3 flashes on the bar and release. And whatever lights are not currently being used will go to hazards. So if you have, like, say you've got your fog lights already on or your bar, and you want to keep those on but you want to run the hazards, it'll only turn the hazards on the lights that aren't in use. Then, of course, just for fun, there's also strobe, because you have to, because it's fun. Then I've got my stock lights in here, or not stock, but stock looking switches. All the switches work, but they're all software controlled. So if you want, you can change what the buttons do without changing any wires. So I've got an external control, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, that monitors the main voltage. It also monitors the battery voltage if you put a second battery in, which is listed as auxiliary. So main voltage, aux, tells you what's going on and which of the relays are on to control the charging of the auxiliary battery. And then if you go into the settings, you can control, turn on and off all the lights from here, turn on hazards, you can turn on the strobes. There's also 2 auxiliary devices. You can have any of the lights or any of the devices come on and off with the engine. It'll detect when the voltage gets over 14, and you can have all those or none of those come on, whatever you want. So all your accessories running through the box can run off the ignition signal without ever tapping into the ignition. All the timers for timing out, if you've got a second battery, it can all be set. What voltages you want it to shut off at, what voltages you want warnings. It'll do all that, and it will manage the auxiliary bus. So everything runs off a bus. So anything you plug in will run off the main battery or the auxiliary battery. If you plug it in, it'll manage that and the charging of that battery. So everything's automated. All your button functions, like the switches up in the cabin, they're all user defined. So you can change if you want the bar to come on with the button 2 and the fogs, or you want everything to come on with button 2, you can set it all. You don't have to change any wires. You can do the same thing with your auxiliary. Now, this is an older model. This is one of the prototypes. The new one will control 15 relays and 6 sets of lights that'll be dimmable. And you can set them all through this.